So I stopped this one by pressing the button here and pressing the button stop, and once again it's already showing that with no timestamp at all. Again, alright, we're done here, done that. It's just about this is closed. Yeah, Chippy coming in, and I'm sorry for her because it was not her fault that she pooped there. If nothing else, it was my fault because I didn't let her lose. But oh yeah, no, the bus is long gone. It passed way earlier. At least of abuse is continue. Talk about tampering with evidence. Any further attempt to get to separate me from the evidence package over there, first off, it's not going to work because we simply prioritize dealing with the evidence package, keeping it in a safe place, which they think that they understand what it is. They're going to find out how wrong they are, and the rest. But before we will thoroughly document the attempt, and then jump forward. As far as this company, as you know, for the war crimes, none of this is real. As I said, they threw drugs in the buses. They would try to do crimes against me before. I did several times, got my car not to work on the bus, as you saw there, for no reason. So this is just the shit that is stuck into the wall right now, and it's gonna stop stucking. And right before, though, we're gonna make sure, because this is not just you can try and error until it works. Each time is a thing. So now, demonstrating a thorough interest, separating me from the evidence bag in particular, be my best guess, we can deal with that. Once you deal with that, but we'll deal with that not before making clear that that's the intention, because again, right, we want to let them get out, not get the maximum our orders can see. Okay, keep that in mind. In comparison, though, when I make accusations, the accusations are punctual and very specific. As I just said about them the other day, they stole my fare because I paid for the ticket and they literally bailed before I had the chance to board the bus. That is the inverse of theft of surface, and it's just a crime. You can see that in video very clearly. One of those times, including with the guy behind me, that fell from the bus because the bus driver was so much rushing to leave, apparently trying to leave me separate from my things again. Just in case you had a doubt, you can see that in video as well, that the guy that was hanging by the door almost fell on a light pole, like a power, because the guy was behind me and the bus all of a sudden started closing the door on him because his arms were half in and his body was out, and then started moving the vehicle with him hanging outside of the vehicle, his entire body, only his arms in. So, now I'm quite sure that the intention there was probably for me to enter later, so you try that while me being the last one. But as you often see with Piss and Share, their plans don't tend to work out despite overwhelming reasons you'd expect them to do that all the time. So, what is the status of my thing? There you go, right? So, same one, right? Let's see the same one. Same one. The very last one, also with no time. Everything. Oh, all of a sudden we have time again. Absolutely no differences. Again, I'm gonna put exactly the same title. Yeah, keep it exactly the same title just for the sake. So in case you thought that there was something to do with... Okay, let's finish. What I mentioned about the lipo is that his body's outside the vehicle, and the vehicle is very close to the sidewalk, and there was a lipo right there. I think he wouldn't be able to clear the pole, but if he fell, which he did fall, as I tried to turn around to get out because he was trying to kidnap me away from my things. Yeah, no, kidnapping is not the word. There'll be another word for that, essentially moving someone against their will. It's like someone asks to get out of your car and you refuse to. No, it is kidnapping. And I was very explicit in all my phrasings. Now, seeing the tamperings, you will understand why they think that what you can listen is not what I actually said, even though that when I checked the audio on that day, it's very clear, even on the YouTube video, what I said. So more power to them to where they think you're listening, but again, you can see where it's coming from. You know what, even better for more poetic things. No, yeah, it's gonna play on that one. It's fine. Everything from the previous, we are recording this. Even just a hacked phone, because you cannot get another one, not because of dumpster people, and that's down the time comes. They would 100% be the one tampering with the files, and other millions of criminals you see giggling in every